Today is 19th of July 2026 and it is official. We have Sunday the 19th, minus 5.8 degrees Celsius. There you go. And luckily for my babies, I put the cover on this mini greenhouse that I've got, and most of the babies I've got here are now safely happy. Did not get affected by the frost at all, and I am so happy that I did this just in time yesterday. So even this flapjack that can survive sort of -4, any colder it will start getting ugly, which I don't want to happen to my babies. And this other greenhouse as well, or mini greenhouse, I was able to put the plastic covering as well just in time. So I did that yesterday late afternoon, and so now it houses a lot of the frost sensitive succulents like the Ioniums here. So you can see that they are all nice, and I just want to feel real love. So that's a little bit sort of limpy because I think it was cold, but it did not suffer, or no visible signs of dying from the weather. So minus 5.8, that's close enough to -6, okay? So we'll round it up. So anywho, this one here, oh, look how gorgeous that Letitia. Letitia also is not very frost hardy. In the past, I've had Letitia grown outside, out in the open there, and they have died. Since then, I have been extra careful in where I put my babies. And yesterday I was looking for, or the other day, I was looking for my propagated cotyledon orbiculata, which I thought I've lost it from the snail. So you can see a little chewing bits or chewing off bits on that one there, but otherwise she is looking beautiful and healthy. That is Lovely Rose. I think this is the variegated strain, which became unvariegated, but nevertheless it's still looking pretty. But the only thing concern I have is that it has sort of opened up. It's not as close off as the Lovely Rose should be. She wore red velvet. Okay, look how gorgeous this red velvet is. That's how it's supposed to look. So if I fall back, so this is also a red velvet, and look how nice. Okay, let's pick it up. Look how gorgeous that look. It almost looks like an Echeveria heather, which has a similar look to this red velvet. Now, if someone says that this is not red velvet, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it is. So this red velvet actually grew from a double-headed red velvet that I bought. So when they started, they look the same. It's a little bit like this red velvet here. So they're all one plant, and that one now has grown a baby on the side. And if I flick this around, I have shown this in my previous video before, and what I did is they were one, and after that I separated them because this one started looking different. So if you ask, why is that? It's because Echeveria Red Velvet is a hybrid. Apparently, it's a cross between Echeveria Hyalina and Pulvinata, and therefore creating different variations. So that's one variation here, and that's also another variation. So that one is nice and chubby on the left, and the one on the right is sort of a standard red velvet. That's how it's supposed to look. Of course, it just has to have that red velvet on the top. It's like strawberry jam or something. But they're not all growing like that. Some of them do grow like this one as well, another variation that looks more like a variegated. It's turning variegated. And this one is nice and fat and chubby, but yet not as red or strawberry red like this red velvet here. These are all my propagated succulents here. So this is what I call a propagation area, where I place all the leaf grown and also cuttings. But something caught my eye. So this one, I bought a plant before. It's called Zatar, and it's one of the most expensive succulents that I bought. I paid $250, and of course that was a long time ago, maybe 4 years ago. And of course this Zatar is the last ones that I have, and it all started from that last one which I propagated. So I've been taking cuttings of that and growing them again like this one. So this one out in there is not coloring up really nicely. So what I'm going to do with this one, so you can see, hang on, I'll just show you first the difference. So that Echeveria Zatar or Cestar is a crested one, and of course it also grew some non-crested ones like this ones here. And I think I have another Cestar that I took cuttings from one of them, which is actually here now. I just stuck it in there yesterday because look, it's grown roots, but it was just sitting there. So now I better put that in there. So as it grows roots, it's trying to look for dirt to go into, and it can't find any. So what happened to the plant? It starts curling up or making itself grow compact to try and conserve energy. But it actually looks very good, isn't it? So let's go back to this crested one here now. So this one is a crested one I've taken from that sort of become the mother plant now, and this one is not as colorful because it is undercover, but I can see lots of crested baby Zatar going to grow. So since it's winter right now, I am going to give this a helping hand because they are dormant in winter when it's cold. So if the temperature sits around 10 degrees to say 25 degrees, they will continue to grow. But anything colder or hotter than that temperature, they tend to go dormant. So right now this is not growing. It's not a good time to propagate them, but it is a good time to secure them. And I think I still have room in my little love shack here. So I'm gonna put this one here to give it a helping hand, so you can stay there and you can be protected. I can control the watering in this area here, and of course I can control the watering in this area here. My Echeveria Enchantress is flowering. So I did take some, or I took some seeds, I think from last season when this flowered, and I think I did, but I forgot where I put it. I'm sure it's safely somewhere. But I also took some leaves from here to propagate. So underneath I stolen leaves from it, and now they have grown. Look at those baby Enchantress. Oh, look at you, so beautiful. Okay, so out of 5 leaves, I've got 3. And only one has that dark purple coloring. But hopefully those 2 lighter ones will eventually color up as well. But if it doesn't, it's just the nature of the plant. Sometimes they turn one way, or sometimes like the other way, just like the red velvet, because after all, they are all hybrids. And speaking of hybrid, this is also another, maybe I could say just a version of my Lovely Rose, because the Lovely Rose is already a hybrid between titubans and something else. I can't remember anymore. I think the titubans mutated and changed shape. So that's what happened to this Graptoveria Lovely Rose. And this one is, I bought this from another grower here in Canberra. Oh look, I didn't even notice the sedum which is just so gorgeous. This is a variegated sedum jelly beans. So this one is looking a bit sparse, so I don't really like it being displayed in that area there, because when I look around in my garden, I want to be able to see an area we're in. When I look at it, it makes my heart flutter with joy. So now I took that away and now it's blank. We are going to put another, I don't know which one, hang on, ooh, because it's just so pretty. Or I don't know if I put that one there. What are you? You are gorgeous. Okay, it's called Summer Ice Cream. You can go there, hang on, wait a minute, it's not gonna fit, wait a second. I'll just take this one out. There you go, that looks so pretty now in there with the summer ice cream, and next to it got a splash of color from the Propagation Apple Beauty, which is just so gorgeous. I am sorry, lovely rose, it is actually for your own good. You can stay there now where you can still be protected, because that lovely rose came from the greenhouse, or the mini greenhouse there. So if I expose it too quickly to the frost, then it might suffer and look ugly. Although they are hardy, I find, until up to, well, -10 Celsius. But I still have to be careful and not just go expose it straight away. So I am panning across now slowly, and I can see some weeds. This is Blood Maria, or Blood Romeo, not Blood Maria. It is Romeo, pink specks, that is, which has got some lovely specks on it, and it also has a speck of weed, which, there you go, all gone. And so now this is looking so beautiful now. So when I look here, and I also put my variegated Maria, which was one of my last purchases before I left Canberra, and I quickly snuck in there. So they are actually dormant, so if you think they're growing right now, they're not. So if I pull that out, chances are it might not have even rooted. And so at least now, if I pull back, this area just looks so beautiful. So if I look up the top, and of course down in the bottom here, it just makes my heart flutter and sing. Oh, hallelujah. What is your name? You are so beautiful. Look at you. I think this is Poldensis or something like that. I need the label. I can't remember your name. There you go, Yamato Haru. So every time I go away, when I come back, I seem to forget the names of a lot of my succulents. So I have to reacquaint myself with my babies, or else they are going to feel bad and they're going to die. Hopefully you don't die, Apple Beauty. So this one is a really easy to propagate plant. So I started with one plant, maybe I think about that size, and from that now I have grown many, and this one is also Apple Beauty, but I think this is a different strain. So because I got apple jam as well, but I don't know where that went, I have to find it. But then now something caught my eye, which is this one. It's got a hole in there, so something has eaten through that one, this blue peacock, which is not blue anymore, it's more yellow. So I need to put this somewhere and rehabilitate it. And we put something else in there. What am I going to put in there? I don't know. I'll just put you here for now. And I am going to wing it. I am going to put my Nixana variegated. So the whole plant, I can't see any variegation apart from that one. That's the only variegated one. But the rest is just so gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful Nixana. So Nixana, you have to go in there. Replace the blue peacock. I already forgot the name. So this one, you can go in here, and so you can also make my heart sing, just like this one. Hang on, this one looks similar to that other one. What is your name? Pink Peach. Oh, gorgeous, isn't it beautiful? It looks similar to this one. This is Elegance Cross Romeo. Look how beautiful it is. The elegance has become more elegant, and it's also flowering. So in winter, I'm actually going to remove the flowers because it doesn't serve any purpose. They're just gonna get hit by the frost again and they will just die. And for the meantime, while the flower is stuck to the plant, it will make the mother plant suffer. So it's best to remove it, but then that's still too short to be removed, so I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna wait another week till it grows a little bit longer, maybe another inch. But this one caught my eye. What is your name? Oh, I forgot your name. Oh, the dogs next door. Red wine. Red wine. Okay, so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Sedivaria Shangri-La. You are also gorgeous, but you actually ish not that frost hardy. -6, like right now. You can handle it, but I can see that you are suffering. So this one is a moonstone that is frost hardy to -10, I would say. But this Shangri-La, you can see signs of devastation, and that one is still actually sort of frozen. It hasn't thawed out yet. But what I'm going to do is put this away somewhere, and I'm going to replace that one with another pot. So now I found this Echeveria Romeo. This is actually the last of my babies. When I say babies, many years ago I head chopped some of my Romeo, and then babies grew from that head chopping, and of course I have given away so many of the Romeos, and this is the last ones. I had a few more, but they rotted. So this is sort of the strongest strain, and as I can see, that one is sort of light in the back there, the baby. But I am going to put this in here and replace that other one, which I can't remember what was the last one I took out of from here. I can't remember anymore. But anyway, oh, that was the blue peacock. So now that looks so pretty in here. Okay, I'll turn this one around as well, so you can show off your beauty. And this one is still okay, but blue dragon. So the blue dragon is actually sort of remaining blue. I like to put something more colorful in here, or something more interesting that will just pop. So I'm gonna remove this blue dragon, which is really, I'm sorry, blue dragon, don't get offended, okay? As you, I mean, you did not pretend to be what you're not. You are going to be blue. I'm blue, Okay, now let's go find something else that will be more appropriate for that area, so you can stay here for now, okay? It doesn't have to be the same as the rosettes ones here. It can also be something pretty like this sedum, like lilac mound that is looking so pretty. So I'm gonna put you here. Hang on, how I'm gonna do that. Have to stop the camera first, and of course change angle and put it there, and then now. Oh, that is so pretty. I am so happy with the way you look now. I still have a lot of mess in here. I have to redo, clean up, and move here and there. And also I've got that one that I would like to show you on the next video. While I'll clean that up, I'm gonna tell you a story of great proportions. I don't know what story, but let's probably do that as a succulent cleaning video for that one. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? This is Sedum Palmeri. Look how beautiful the colors. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's very frost hardy. And look at the, I think that got hit by the frost. And of course, when something gets hit by the frost, sometimes it doesn't just die, it becomes beautiful. But without the frost, this probably will not color up like that. One thing I overlook is this Jadata. Poor Jadata is still frozen. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so the main plant is, I think it's cactus. But the baby, so there's baby still okay, baby's okay, it's gonna grow, but I need to put it somewhere warmer. And the best place is this little green greenhouse here, or mini greenhouse, and you can stay there along with the Euphorbia decarie, also decarie, Euphorbia. I don't know whether I should water you because I think you're gonna die from the frost. You look like you're dead, but that's not dead, that's still alive. So anyway, hopefully that Jadata can recover, and this is still my original plant from a long time ago, and I propagate it and it will grow, and then I kill it again with the frost, exposure to the frost, and then it recovers again after that. But anywho, I have so many more plants that I need to attend to, and of course these ones, a lot of them are still in the original pot, but then now this one caught my eye again. What is your name? Queen Shen. So I have a few Queen Shens, and they all look different to this one. I think I saw one somewhere before, but it's not this colorful. So I probably need to go and find it. And that red queen there is also looking similar to the Queen Shen, as you can see. But also another plant that I would like to show you is this pink crystal. So when you have something beautiful or coloring up as beautifully as this pink crystal, you would like to propagate it, and propagated I have. So I think I started with about 2 plants, and now I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I still have something somewhere behind me over there. But anywho guys, that's all I've got for this video. I also have this sedum lineare that is variegated. Look, so that one there's got yellow variegation, and then this one has got like mound up variegation, not so strong. Oh, look, a yellow one there. Okay, I like the sort of different colors showing up. But anywho, yes, before I go, I will show you something else. Finally, I was able to find Symponium Sienna. Got it from one of the bunning stores that I went to, and now this is supposed to be frost hardy because this is a cross between Ionium, which is not frost hardy, and Sempervivum, which is frost hardy up to -50 Celsius. So that means it has to be covered in ice, and they sort of die and then they come back. So this is supposed to be the plant that will get me over my Ionium being so fragile, and hopefully from this Symponium I too would be able to grow my own hybrids into different Symponium Ionium hybrid that will survive the frost here in Canberra, Australia. Okay, did I say thank you for watching, guys? Okay, I'll see you on the next video because my eyes is being transported somewhere else again, and into this beautiful frosty bloom, and that's also frosty bloom, which is just so gorgeous.